I don't wanna, but I will. This doesn't count. Yuck. And that's just kind of the reality of being a working person in America, I think. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It feels like Sunday because I'm not working, and it's very rare that I'm not working on a Saturday. So I'm rejoicing in the fact that I have a free weekend. It's like a dark, foggy, wet, dreary day outside, but I do have a lot that I want to get done today. We have an IKEA delivery coming between 1 and 5. It's bringing us some bookcases for behind our dining table and a new bed frame for Zach. And Zach's still out of town, but he's coming home today, and I would love to get his bed assembled before he gets home, so it's like a nice little surprise. So once the IKEA delivery comes, it's going to kind of take over my day, and I want to get stuff done before that. I'd love to clean our apartment so it's ready to bring in furniture, and also it just needs a kind of clean reset type vibe. And I also need to go get my car inspected. So I'm gonna speed clean the apartment right now. I think I can do it in like an hour, 20 minutes. I'm gonna give myself half an hour to do my closet, bedroom, and bathroom, and then probably half an hour to do the living room, dining area, and then 20 minutes to do the kitchen. So I'm literally gonna set myself a timer and I'm gonna clean. I don't wanna, but I will. Also, hey, if you're new here, I'm Dillon. Thanks so much for coming over and hanging out with me. Okay, now we really have to clean.
Peering out through splintered sunlight, all the earth she'll gaze upon. When you wake while you're out sleeping, when the working day is done. Through the window howling rain, through the mountain pass once more, I would sail the wide blue ocean if it would land me on your shore.
All I have to do is replace the trash bag, and I have 2 minutes left on my timer. I actually never took my tree down. I took down all our other decorations and took all the ornaments off, but I never dismantled the tree. And I need to do that before I clean to get this box out of the way. But I'm pausing my timer because this doesn't count. Okay, I took a snack break and it's getting kind of late in the morning, and I think I need to go get my car inspected before the place gets too busy because it's Saturday. Hopefully the weather is like delaying some people and it won't be too bad. I just don't want it to get too late and then I'm there for like an hour because I just don't have time for that. I think I'm gonna clean when I get back. I may or may not bring you along for that. I might enter a flow state. We'll see. Randomly running a lot of errands right now. I need to go to the bank to deposit something, and the bank is right near the Goodwill, so we're gonna do a donation drop-off. Then we're gonna go to the bank. We're gonna go to an auto parts store to get new windshield wipers and maybe a cabin air filter. They can fail your inspection if you don't have like good enough wipers, and then you have to pay for them to install them. And I refuse to do that because it's so easy to install them. And even if they're like still good enough to pass inspection, I use my inspection every year to like be a good reminder of like, okay, I could use new windshield wipers. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll get my car inspected. Whew, I'm tired already.
I feel the warm wind blow.
These are my old cabin air filters. Yuck. And we're gonna replace them real quick. Altogether, that took 10 minutes and just the cost of supplies. Let's go pass our inspection.
Everybody's gotta listen to me. Play around, settle down. In the tall grass, way down in the valley.
morning, happy Monday. I'm headed into work. We blocked our schedules today to be a no meetings day, so like no one could schedule a meeting on our calendar, and we still somehow have 3 meetings today. One of those is kind of like a social lunch, so it doesn't really count, but the reason we have a no meetings day is so that way we can like sit and actually get work done, and going to a social lunch is keeping us from getting actual work done. We will talk work. It's with one of our friends that works at a venue, so it will be productive, but I have a long queue that I need to get through, and I just doubt I'm gonna get a whole lot done today. It's cold. It's cold in my car. It's 26 degrees out right now. It doesn't feel that cold though. Let's talk the promises I'm making myself today. Kind of the only promise is that I am going to go grocery shopping after work today and like put the groceries away. That's my only promise I'm making to myself. And part of keeping the promises that I make to myself is making them achievable on a Monday where I have a feeling I'm going to be a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of work that I'm doing. One promise is plenty. Let's go to work.
All the earthly flowers are blooming in her everlasting light. 'Tis the time to breathe the morning. Come now, step out of the night. Lay me down in heather purple, lay me down in fields of green. She will send the soft rain falling, wash my soul and my body clean. In the moon.
Good morning, happy Wednesday. This week has given me a run for my money. I really thought this whole week, this whole vlog, this whole time we were hanging out was going to be all about our new bookshelves, our new bed frame, building them, styling them. No. Those boxes are currently still laying in our living room. I really expected the delivery to happen like Saturday afternoon, and then I would immediately want to build them and like go into the evening, and then like Sunday have some residual like, ooh, I'm so excited. None of that happened. It got delivered later at night, and at that point I was not building anything. So they've just been sitting in our living room. It's just been so, I'm just like not sleeping on the schedule that I like to sleep, and then I'm not getting like recharged enough, so my brain is just completely fried, and we have a lot of work to do, but like it should be a little bit more manageable than it's feeling. Thankfully this week like our apartment's been pretty clean, we got groceries and we've been eating meals, and that's been super helpful. But yeah, kind of the name of the game this week has just been survival. I feel like every waking moment I'm just working, which like isn't super interesting to like come along with for. I will say I have an incredibly interesting job. I'm a wedding planner and a graphic designer for a stationery store. I feel like that part of my life is documented enough that I would rather focus on like the fun stuff that I do outside of work, because that's where I feel, you know, more myself, I guess. I'm sorry this week's been a little bit boring, but it's just kind of the minutia of a work week. Today's gonna be basically the same as yesterday. I don't have any meetings. Hopefully that doesn't change. I feel like I just got to work. Winter is usually a pretty dead time. We don't have a lot of events. We typically do just like an open house, and then we can play catch up. But this year we have 5 events this winter, and that's not counting the 2 December weddings that we had. So our catch up time is kind of non-existent. So we're catching up while also having a normal workload. And it's exhausting. I go into work and it's go, 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 like either back-to-back meetings or just doing projects and like trying to get through the to-do list. I have such a long design queue. I'm working late, and by the time I get home, my brain is absolutely fried. Like I really can't do a whole lot. And also timing wise, like I make dinner, eat dinner, and then it's time for me to go to bed. So if you missed last week, one of my New Year's resolutions is that I want to try to keep the promises that I make to myself. So like if I say I'm going to do something, I actually do it. And that's really, really tough during a week like this. And I don't anticipate my weeks like slacking up kind of anytime soon until probably honestly the summer, which feels hopeless at times. But yesterday, the two promises I made to myself, the two things I wanted to do yesterday was go to the gym and put my laundry away, and I did neither of them because I woke up for the gym. We go early in the morning and my brain was just like not firing. It was not working. I did not get enough rest to sustain going to the gym and then having a full work day. So I didn't do that. And then after my work day, I ate dinner and like I needed to go to bed immediately. Like putting away my laundry was not even in the question. I really thought that this vlog, like this whole week was going to be about like building our IKEA shelves and styling them and all of that. Those boxes are still laying in our living room from when they were delivered on Saturday, and they will likely remain there until this Saturday. We're just walking around them. Like they're completely in the way and we're just walking around them. And that's just kind of the reality of being a working person in America, I think. I really try not to work like after hours because there aren't any hours to work unless I'm like significantly sacrificing my sleep, and that like if I don't sleep well enough, my tummy gets upset. And that's just the nicest way to put it. TMI. I did actually go to the gym this morning and I set up a nice meal in our crock pot. So we have a nice warm, comforting veggie pot pie waiting for us when we get home. So, you know, we're on the up and up. I feel like I've had such a hard time this year snapping back to reality. I'm just not sleeping and eating the way that I like to when I'm in my full routine, and that is what propels me and powers me to be able to work long days that I do, and I just haven't been taking those steps, so these long days have been even harder. Anyways, I just pulled in and we have about 20 packages on our front porch, so I need to go process those. If I don't talk to you again, thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. My dad is coming over on Saturday to help me build those bookcases, so next week, barring travesty, we will have bookshelves to talk about. But thanks so much for hanging out. I love having you here, and I'll see you soon.